Good morning, everybody. So, welcome to this podcast Uncalled For, our NaPodPoMo series. I say series, well, obviously you're watching it on video right now, and we're going into the spirit of things. You'll be seeing at least one of these a day throughout the month of November. So happy November 1st, All Saints Day for those who celebrate. And of course tomorrow is El Dia de los Muertos. Of course, part of my podcast is geeking out about really mundane things, everything. I'm driving to my day job right now because I do work on Saturdays, and along my route to work happens to be the KC Streetcar, which unfortunately I can't really take to work because it doesn't go all the way there, but I have made a habit of driving the route to and from work, and I've had a number of attempts at trying to record this for YouTube, but I haven't really succeeded, so we're going to do it right here. And I'm going to keep talking because dead audio makes for terrible podcasting for the audio only format, and we'll find a way to make these available in video formats once this month is over. So I'm going to flip the camera now, and yes, you see me driving. I'm choosing to start here because this is the end of the line. We just had the big expansion open last week, and that will be part of the upcoming 10th season. Just have to get that in. So to your right now, this is the UMKC stop. This is the end of the line. UMKC, University of Missouri, Kansas City. Also happens to be where I went to college. So this is where I went to school and all that. So the streetcar is going to stay to my right for at least one more stop before the southbound trains cross the middle of the street. And we're on to our next stop. This is the big plaza stop, the Country Club Plaza. The plaza itself is to my left, with the Spanish-influenced architecture and all that. I read recently they're looking to put more high-rises in there, which I think would be awesome. Certainly help out the density issues. But yeah, you saw the big platform there on my right. That is the plaza stop. That's where all those festivities happened last week that I happened to attend. So yeah, I got a big old tow truck in front of me, and it says slow connection. Okay, so we're just sitting here, and this is exciting times for our area, and just the beginning, because we have another extension that I will show you in this post, going up to the riverfront, and then we got at least 3, I would dare say 4 future stops coming up over the course of the next few years, because it really does take years for this sort of thing to happen. Hell, it took a decade of planning and 3 years of construction to get this extension done. And you see, here's your southbound train. Goes down the middle of the street here. This is Main Street. It was Brookside Boulevard until we crossed the street there, and now it's Main Street, and then it becomes Delaware in the River Market area. So right here, this is the next stop coming up at the light. This is Art Museums. The field right here to your right, that used to be the Four Points Hotel, where I started my security work back in the day. It has, of course, it's been torn down. So, and you probably just saw a streetcar right there. And I think this is the closest between stops on the line, because we just passed Art Museums and we're coming up to Southmoreland. Another interesting example of a field that used to have a building. The southwest corner here where the actual platform is, that used to be a liquor store. Used to be a Barbelia stood there, and they tore it down and didn't bother putting anything else in. Alright. So my first ever job out of college was out of the Navy, actually, was working for a floor crew. This Total Line Mora we just passed, that used to be an Office Depot that we cleaned. Right over here to your right is St. Paul's, where we currently have chess clubs after school. And we're coming up on the crossover. There's a crossover right here at Westport Road. And right over here, that's the bar formerly known as Harling's, where we would hang out after AFC when I started. So, and we have reached the Westport stop. And there is a beautiful streetcar right there. And southbound, there's another one in northbound. 39th Street over here, that'd be part of that east-west study that they're looking to. Yeah, don't expect any construction on it for another few years. So I don't know why the current jackass is in office. But that spur would go down to KU Med. And be the first bits to cross into Kansas. So, alright. So we're tooling along. See that beautiful machine in front of me. To my this is the next stop. This is Armour. For Armour Boulevard right here, and no one's stopping because there's no one there to take it. And then that east-west thing that I mentioned a minute ago, the east parts would be kind of about here at the next lights. This is Linwood Boulevard. And it would go east all the way down to Van Brunt. So it hit the poor parts of town. It hit Troost and Prospect and the VA hospital. Which, fun little fact, I wound up at the VA hospital for DoorDash this week, a couple of days ago. There's the famous Gates Barbecue right there. The next stop is Union Hill, which is close to a lot of things that have been important to me, including the KCPT studio, which is just a couple blocks to your right. Look at that. That's our PBS station. So this is Union Hill. And we keep tooling along. You see the tower there? That is to your left, that is the Federal Reserve Bank. And yeah, they actually print money here. We'll have 12 places in the entire country to do so, folks. Look for the letter J on your dollar bills. It came from this bank. There's also a really cool money museum that I highly recommend checking out if you are ever in town. And then right across the street from that is what's in the name of the next side, the World War I Museum and Memorial. The locals just call it the Liberty Memorial. And then you have Crown Center to your right. Here, this whole thing is Crown Center. It's basically, you can think of it as a company town for Hallmark. And that right there is the Westin Crown Center, where yes, I did work security in that building as well. And we're coming up to where the new line meets the old line. This is Union Station. So Union Station itself to your left, and kudos to them for making it a working station. And then to your right here as we cross the street and actually hit the platforms. This is Washington Square Park, currently only used by homeless